So we're back again with another Future Stars instalment, and today we are with Liverpool. What we've done is shortlisted all the under-23s as usual in the squad at the current time. Fast forwarded 15 years to see who's had the best career, and there's one in particular who's had an absolute belter of a career. Let's have a look at the top 3 players in the Liverpool under-23 squad. So in at 3 is Conor Bradley. Now, Conor Bradley is a very good right winger, and to be fair, he's made 277 all-time appearances and recouped £39.5 million for transfer fees throughout his career. He were initially going to be in at number 2, but I've swapped him with number 3 because I felt that number 3 just had a little bit more in certain areas. So if we have a look at him, good agility, quite quick, decent crossing, decent mental attributes. He's a decent right winger. If we have a look at his career stats, we can see the two went from Liverpool. He went to FC Dallas, which were quite a different move, before going back to Bournemouth in the Premier League for £3.2 million. Couple of seasons with Bournemouth led him to going to Everton for £10.25 million. West Brom for £8.5 million, Leeds for £11.25 million, dropped down to the Championship with Fulham, got promoted, and then ended up back in the Premier League before going out on loan to Leicester. In that respect, he's not done too bad at all. If we have a look at the milestones, he has done just 2 Carabao Cups, but one was with Liverpool, but the other one was with Everton. So he's moved to Everton, did pay off, and he did win some silverware, what you would consider, and I'm sure Everton fans won't thank me for saying this, a lower sort of side at this moment in time. But he's done very well as well in his international setup. He's made 103 appearances for Northern Ireland, scoring 23 goals on that right-hand side. He's been an absolute stalwart for his country, a decent player in the domestic leagues. Conor Bradley is your number 3. In at number 2 is Nico Williams. Now, again, another player who's been an absolute stalwart for his country. He's made 111 caps for Wales, scoring 5 goals, played at that right back, right wing back sort of side. He's not a bad player at all. Attacking fullback, as we know, he's doing quite well in real life as well at this moment in time. But if we have a look at the stats, 384 all-time appearances, 31 million of transfer fees recouped. And if we have a look at his history, again, not had a bad career. He went from Liverpool to Armenia Bielefeld, 1.3 million there, 25 appearances and then 23 in the following season, before going back to West Ham in the Premier Division, 3.6 million. Not a bad pickup for West Ham. Did well at West Ham for 4 seasons, not sparkling by any stretch, but played a decent amount of games apart from in his final season, which is when Fulham come knocking. He went across London for 10.75 million, did well at Fulham in the Premiership and in the Championship before moving to Burnley towards the later stages of his career for 17.5 million. If we have a look at his milestones, this is where it gets quite good for him. He has won the Sky Bet Championship with Fulham, as we can see. He's also won a Carabao Cup with Liverpool, and he's won a Europa Conference League with West Ham. So 3 different clubs and 3 different bits of silverware, and a decent international career as well. Nico Williams is in at number 2, and very well deserved. So in at number 1, and you could probably have guessed it, is Harvey Elliott. Now, someone who Jurgen Klopp really rates highly in real life. He's breaking through into that first team, and with these attributes now at the end of his career, you can see why. Passing, technique, crossing, free kick taking, first touch, composure, determination, flair off the ball. This man has got the lot, and he's had some career, but let's delve into the stats. 396 all-time appearances with £109 million worth of transfer fees that have been recouped throughout his career, and to be fair, he has played for some of the world's biggest clubs. If we have a look at his career stats, he went from Liverpool, he broke into the team, but never really got into sort of first team regular, you would say. Probably that were his best season, 23 appearances. Bayern Munich came knocking, 44.5 million to the German champions. Went there, did very, very well. 7.28, 7.59 and 7.41 average ratings. That persuaded Paris Saint-Germain to develop some interest. And for £71 million, he moved to the French capital and has had a stonking career in Paris. You can't know what he's done. He's just on his way to Italy as we come to this now. But Harvey Elliott has done so well. And if we have a look at his milestones, he has won a lot of major honours. Let's just reel them off. He's won a Carabao Cup, an FA Cup, a Club World Championship, a European Super Cup, and won the Euros with England. He's won stuff with Bayern, he's won stuff with Paris, he's won stuff with England, he's won stuff with Liverpool. You won't bet against him winning something with Napoli as he goes towards the tail end of his career now. Harvey Elliott, I mean, what a player this guy is. We've seen it as we've moved on throughout these future stars. There's normally one player that is a bit of a cut above the rest, and at Liverpool at the moment it very much is Harvey Elliott. So if you can get him in your side, get him in your side. And apart from that, there's nothing else left to say. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one, and we'll see you on the next one.